This is 7 National News, and in our top story, a delegation from the UAE Red Crescent Authority has arrived in Gaza in order to review its relief programme. The delegation, headed by the Deputy Secretary General for International Aid, was accompanied by 7 truckloads of relief materials, including foodstuffs, blankets, healthcare equipment and children's items. The materials were brought from the Egyptian market and transported to Gaza as a part of the RCA programme. The Department of Economic Development in Dubai is highlighting the importance of retaining purchase receipts to consumers in order to protect their consumer rights. Abdulaziz bin Hathbour, the director of the Consumer Protection Department at the DED, was quoted as saying that receipts are a reference and a guarantor to consumers' rights, should they want to lodge a complaint in the country or from abroad. The Commercial Control and Consumer Protection sector at the department received 6,136 complaints via its call centre in the first 6 months of the year, an increase of 13% from the same period in 2013. The majority of the complaints, at 47%, were about the services sector. Just under 26% were concerning the electronic sector, 13.4% were about textiles, and 13.1% surrounded the automobile sector. As many as 2,910 complaints were against sales outlets for not abiding by contract terms, and 1,362 complaints were about defects in products. Consumers also filed 442 complaints against sales outlets for not complying with warranty rules. Registration centres for national service open today, as announced by the National and Reserve Service Authority. According to a local daily, the authority stated that centres will open from today to complete procedures, medical tests, and to issue military cards, as well as help facilitate registration procedures for high school graduates ahead of the enrolment of the first batch for the national service. The authority also stressed the need for all high school graduates who have turned 17 to report to the nearest registration centre so as to determine their position on the recruitment. A hospital dedicated to women and children is set to open in the 4th quarter of the year over in the capital. The 700 million dirham Danat Al Emirat Hospital will be the first ever purpose-built hospital for women and children in the country and will be spread over 45,000 square metres. The hospital will focus primarily on maternity, gynecology, paediatrics, and a centre of excellence in neonatology. Chu Seng Lee, the CEO of Danat Al Emirat, was quoted as saying that they are now in the last stages of finalising the facility and that one of the key strength areas of the hospital will be the neonatal intensive care unit that will boast 15 high-tech incubators that allow for the care of some of the most difficult neonatal cases of level 2 and 3 babies. It will be the only private hospital in the market to deliver this service. Other areas of service will include family and internal medicine, plastics and cosmetic surgery, breast surgery, general and paediatric surgery, fetal medicine, radiology and laboratory services, as well as a round-the-clock family clinic. The hospital will be located midway between the city and the airport, and also in a residential development. The Abu Dhabi Civil Defence General Directorate handled 16 minor fire accidents and also carried out 4 rescue missions across Abu Dhabi during the Eid al-Fitr holidays. That's according to the latest figures. Colonel Juma Salim Al-Dahami, the acting director of the Civil Defence in Abu Dhabi, was quoted in a local daily as saying that 6 bedrooms and 8 air conditioners caught fire in the Masafa 18 area, and firefighting units from the Civil Defence fire stations M14 and Al Medina were immediately dispatched to the locations, also supported by Al Masafa M33 fire station. He added that a number of fire accidents occurred in the areas of Al Masafa Industrial Area M23, New Al Wadhba and Al Mafraq Hospital, and that an entire workshop was engulfed by fire, in addition to 13 cars, a power plant and 32 batteries. No deaths or injuries were reported in any of the accidents. Colonel Al-Dahmani added that some major fire accidents were also reported, in particular a fire that gutted a caravan containing building material in Al-Bateen, a tent in Banyas East 10 neighbourhood, and a small warehouse in eastern Wadhba. A vehicle also caught fire on the Abu Dhabi-Dubai highway in the Al-Shahama area, as well as the front section of 4 vehicles in different areas of the capital city. The UAE is looking to build 215 more mosques across the country by 2015, to total 5,251. That's according to the General Authority of Islamic Affairs and Endowments. According to a local daily, the authority stated that there are currently 5,036 in the country at present. Dr. Mohammed Mata Al-Kabi, the Director General at the General Authority of Islamic Affairs and Endowments, was quoted as saying that the reason for this is due to a growing population, and also the appeal for building mosques is increasing across the UAE in general, off the back of urban expansion and the construction of new cities and towns. Figures also show that 2,024 mosques hold Friday sermons in Arabic, while 115 mosques hold them in English and Urdu. Currently, Al Ain has the highest number of mosques at 1,069, followed by 935 in the eastern region and 903 in Ras Al Khaimah. As a part of their campaign against polio in Pakistan, Image Nation Abu Dhabi held a film screening at a Labour camp with the hope of spreading a message to their families back home. Titled Leap of Faith, the 3-minute film projects the devastating impact of the disease through a touching journey of a Pakistani expat working as a taxi driver in the UAE. The film, which will be screened at various Labour camps over the coming days, showcases the impact polio has on the life of the taxi driver's children living in Pakistan. According to the country's National Health Organisation, a total of 108 cases have been reported this year. Pakistan remains the only country in the world where polio has not been eradicated, and the film aims to raise awareness of the disease and its prevention among the Pakistani population here in the UAE. Although the disease does not have a cure, it can be easily prevented through a polio vaccine. According to viewers at the screening, the film will send a powerful message back with the hope of finally eradicating the disease.
First of all, they were no aware, some less awareness there about the polio campaign. So now they are getting some knowledge about the polio campaign, that what they should to do about the polio, and they should to vaccinate their brother, sister, and even their own children. So this was the good encouraging step that been taken by the Image Nation from the Abu Dhabi. So I say that it was very good from that people that was not aware from. So that can get awareness from this video, from this program.
We are hoping that this film will have a positive impact, particularly on the people from remote areas of Pakistan. My colleagues can now guide their families back home, which should reduce the polio cases we hear on a day-to-day basis and eventually prevent the disease.
And finally, looking to other news now, Mercato Mall is currently home to some of the best Cartoon Network stars who have joined Summer Surprises to offer families and young ones endless entertainment with a number of live shows. Running until the 11th of August, visitors to the Mercato Mall can look forward to musical performances by Dexter and his sister Dee Dee, Johnny Bravo, the Powerpuff Girls and Mojo Jojo, who will take their viewers on a musical adventurous journey through Africa with their jungle jive. As per the plot of the 25-minute-long musical, the Cartoon Network buddies team up to take on Mojo Jojo, who is disguised as a witch doctor, intending to poison them all. A total of 3 shows are planned daily to entertain visitors. They will be held at 4:30, 6:30 and 8 p.m. The Jungle Jive at Mercato comes as a part of the 17th edition of the Dubai Summer Surprises, which is being held under the theme, The Fun Side of Summer.
Today's show is a Jungle Jive show. It's about some cartoon characters. It will entertain the kids and give some very useful and information for the kids. It talks about the jungle. The main theme of the event is the jungle. Since if you see the decor as well in the mall, it's all jungle related. It takes you for the jungle life.